Let us now listen to the keynote speech to be delivered by Commissioner Randy B. Escolango, Deputy Insurance Commissioner for Legal Services of the Insurance Commission, Department of Finance.
Let me start by congratulating you, our dear NEU graduates. To your parents and loved ones, congratulations as well. To the entire NEU family, thank you for keeping the Christian culture of excellence alive and for braving all odds. When I received the invitation to be your keynote speaker, I thought of asking myself, what should I tell the graduates? Will I tell the graduates to celebrate their success, knowing that thousands are dying each day? How will the graduates believe in me when I say, all will be well, when I also share their fears and agonies and frustrations? But despite these struggles and the troubles and the adversities, there are compelling reasons we should gather today and mark another remarkable milestone of our lives. A milestone that we thought will simply pass before us without a celebration. The COVID-19 pandemic has swiftly taken the world into a new era. Months after the pandemic struck the world, many nations are forced to face the new normal. Due to fatality and the high transmissibility of the virus, governments were compelled to implement restrictive measures to contain the virus. The subsequent implementation of community quarantines and lockdowns, as well as the imposition of physical distancing protocols, have resulted to economic slowdown, closure of shops and factories, loss of jobs, incomes and livelihoods, and setbacks in education systems. Even until today, despite the gradual easing of quarantine rules and reopening of the economy, many people are still suffering the direct impact on health and indirect impact on livelihoods and incomes of the pandemic. In 2019, there were 258 million out-of-school children and youth around the world. UNICEF also reported that because of the COVID-19 pandemic, there are about 1.6 billion young people globally who are unable to attend school. Undoubtedly, education and learning have been tremendously disrupted in almost every corner of this planet. Just recently, the Social Weather Station's survey reported in its September round of survey that 82% of adult Filipinos out of around 110 Filipinos believe that the quality of their lives has worsened compared to the last year when COVID-19 was still non-existent. Only a mere 6% believe that they had a better life today than in 2019. With the virus still at bay and the vaccine yet to be discovered, we have no other choice but to bravely face the world which remains operating under the new normal. The youth today face extraordinary challenges under the new normal. Unemployment rate reached 17.7% in April 2020 during the height of the pandemic and strict lockdowns. Even though unemployment has slowed to 10% in July 2020, it is still considered very high as historically, the Philippines' unemployment rate only averaged 6.3% since 2010. The most affected are the youth. Data showed that youth unemployment rate surged from 14.7% in July 2019 to 22.4% in July 2020. The challenges under the new normal that our youth are facing today are considerably different from the usual. Most businesses that are still operational are most likely not hiring. And if they were, a job hunter with more work experience or higher educational attainment would have greater chances. Not only are jobs fewer to the economic slowdown, but also the option to pursue a college education is even tougher. Although against their will, some parents could not help but weep at the thought of not being able to support their children who wish to pursue a college degree due to lack of funds. This pandemic and the restrictions imposed to control it indeed not only devastated current livelihoods and jobs, but also the dreams of young people and their parents to obtain formal education and have better opportunities in this life. The graduating batch of students today is truly fortunate to have this rare chance of reaching this moment. Even before the COVID-19 pandemic, many aspiring learners did not have the opportunity to obtain a world-class education like you did. More so now under the new normal, where students and teachers alike are forced to shift to the digital space to conduct their lessons, which is not an easy transition. Not everybody has the luxury of being connected to the internet and participate in online learning. Thus, it is but appropriate that you treasure this moment and thank those who supported you along the way to achieve this great accomplishment. Now, you are about to brave the more challenging world under the new normal, where the rules of the game have changed almost completely. Should you be discouraged? With a different world shrouded with uncertainties, should we stop pursuing our dreams because rules of the game of life have changed? Should we stop dreaming? Should we stop learning? As many of you are aware, due to health-preserving restriction, the education sector in our country was forced to transform and develop its methods to make continuous learning possible amid the pandemic. President Duterte declared that the usual in-person or classroom setting would only be resumed once a vaccine becomes available. Nevertheless, with the cooperation and support of our compassionate educators and teachers, the government took big steps to ensure the continuity of learning amid the pandemic without compromising the health and safety of the students and teachers. Our very own institution, the NEUAAI University, quickly responded and stood ready to provide an opportunity for eager learners to continue their pursuit of knowledge despite the challenges posed by the new normal. This semester, although in-person classes are still discouraged, the NEUAAI University Virtual Learning Environment, or NEUVLE, was launched, which provided an alternative but innovative way of giving a world-class education. Many eager students were given the chance to continue their studies and pursue their dreams because our school has adapted to the new normal. Through the grace of the Almighty Father and guidance of the church administration, Brother Eduardo B. Manalo, the NEUAAI University, headed by its chairperson of the Board of Trustees, Attorney Dorothy Christine M. Orosa, and its president, Dr. Nilo L. Rosas, was able to effectively implement both the online and modular teaching systems, which opened the doors for many learners to continue pursuing their dreams. What our university did was to lead by example. It adapted to the new normal and innovated ways to ensure the continuity of its world-class education. This is just but one strong example of how to navigate and survive through this new normal. As the government began to loosen the restrictions and slowly starts to reopen the economy, we now see the resilience of the Filipino people, getting back on their feet and trying to their best to traverse and endure the new normal. Many have lost their jobs, some may have even lost their loved ones, but resiliency is what drives many Filipinos to survive and recover from calamities. The youth today, although facing unusual setbacks and uncertainties under the new normal, have more on their plate than the youth of the past. You have the powerful resource that the young ones in the previous pandemics did not have. Yes, you have it on the palm of hands. Literally, In just a click, you can get many amazing things done right away. You can communicate with your loved ones and friends from miles away. You have your food and grocery items delivered to your doorstep. Attend an online class, learn about how to survive pandemics through YouTube, and even help a struggling blogger become viral and rich. Yes, we are traversing the new normal, but we are also living in the internet age. The indications of economic recovery that analysts see today are supported mainly by our current technology and digital connectivity. E-commerce transactions are thriving and are helping in the economic recovery. Learning and education can carry on because of the internet and vastly available online resources of information. Many are still able to work from their homes thanks to Zoom, WebEx, and other video conferencing and work-related apps. Laid-off workers, due to the closure of many shops, have now become their own bosses because of ingenious ways of creating and selling new products and services online. Many have also learned how to create relevant contents and information that they can share virtually, allowing them to earn money digitally. Online payments and digital money, as well as more delivery options, have also helped transactions to go smoothly and avoid close contact, which is necessary in the containment of the virus. Although some went back to the provinces to avoid the pandemic and lack of jobs in the cities, many are now realizing the importance of the widely available information on the internet. For instance, on how to use techniques and modern technologies to make farms more productive and more income generating. Online presence and social media networks have also helped in marketing the agriculture produced directly from farmers to consumers, essentially eliminating the middlemen and generating more income for the farmers. Even in urban areas, people have become obsessed with plants and farming during the lockdown, who have become the so-called plantitas and plantitos, which is a good thing because agribusiness not only brings in income but also helps stabilize our country's food supply. Even the government is trying to cope up with the new normal. It was compelled to fast-track the shift to e-governance to afford the citizens uninterrupted government service even online. Our recovery from this crisis has a higher chance of being quicker than it was during the previous pandemics in history because of the technology that we have today. Yet, the resurgence of our vibrant economy, along with the creation of higher paying and more secure jobs, will even be speedier when we couple the given technology with innovation. Innovation is not a product of machines or computers, but of us, the people, especially you, the youth, who have become more acquainted with our present technology. Innovations pertains to creativity and originality of ideas. You have the tools to do amazing things under the new normal in your hands, your mobile phones, gadgets, and internet connectivity. But how you do it with novelty is in your minds. Whether you do it or not, whether you become discouraged by whatever's happening around you or not, whether you stop dreaming and learning or not, these all depend on your will or desire to survive this pandemic. Although our world and our country are still in its recovery stage, and the pandemic is still an ongoing challenge, you, the youth, remains to be the shimmering hope of this struggling world. Whether you choose to pursue higher levels of education or to start up a business and help generate jobs to help other people, you are well equipped not only with the technical knowledge and practical skills you acquired during your learning years, but also with enough life skills necessary to survive hardship and turn things into your favor, such as resilience, innovation, and the ability to adapt to the constantly changing environment. With the high standard of education you receive from this institution, the NEUAAI University, along with the culture of discipline and the drive to conduct honor and excellence in whatever you do, the adults here today, your parents, teachers, and the school administration are assured that you will find the willpower and strong desire to turn this new normal to a better normal. Again, you have my admiration. Congratulations to all of you and to all the amazing people who supported you on your scholastic journey. Salamat po at magandang araw po sa ating lahat.